Well, hi, everyone. I'm Brad Free. This is the SoCal Report, Part 1, where we take a look back at what happened at Santa Anita the week of May 11th through 14th. Part 2 of the SoCal Report will be coming up next. That's a preview of what's ahead at the Great Race Place. Well, last week at Santa Anita, there were 3 trainers that pretty much dominated everything that happened out at Santa Anita, including the co-leaders of the meet, Peter Miller and Richard Baltus. Peter Miller went 6 for 17 last week. He actually went 6 for his last 11. When Miller gets into a hot streak with his stable, he's a tough guy to bet against. He had a really good week last week, 6 for 17. He's tied for the lead with Richard Baltus. They both have 14 wins. Miller from 49 starters, Baltus with 41 starters. We'll take a look at a couple of their top performances in just a minute. But Peter Miller and Richard Baltus absolutely on a tear last week, and so was Bob Baffert. Baffert does not start as many horses as Miller and Baltus, but what he does start, he makes it count. Baffert started 4 horses last week, 2 wins, both in stakes races, 2 second-place finishes. Baffert has started 21 horses at the meet, 9 winners. That's going into the Thursday card. Truth of the matter is, he started horses in 18 races, so he's won 9 of the 18 races in which he has had starters. 3 guys whose stables are absolutely on a roll, Miller, Baltus, and Baffert. Let's take a look at some of the outstanding performances by these guys' horses, including the Desert Code Stakes on May 13th at Santa Anita, where Arms Runner, a second-time starter who was green as grass in his debut, stepped up in class and scored a powerful win in the Desert Code Stakes. These were 3-year-old colts and geldings running down the hill, and Arms Runner, who had to kind of wait for room, but once this gray got outside, he stormed to the lead, ran right past a very good horse by the name of Sistron. Sistron finished more than 7 lengths clear of third, and Arms Runner, a half-brother to the graded stakes winner Calculator, impressive downhill win, and we'll see him next, we believe in his next start, July 19th at Del Mar in the opening day Oceanside Stakes. Based on how he ran down the hill, no reason at all why Arms Runner should not be able to stretch out for 1 mile. Speaking of Del Mar, another horse who scored an impressive win, it was a 2 other than allowance, and I'm referring to Kenji Storm, trained by Richard Baltus. It's true he got loose on the lead and he cruised along, but he won under wraps. It was an impressive performance by a horse at the top of his game. And the thing about Kenji Storm is this. He can take advantage of a paceless scenario like he did in this 2 other than, but he also can rally from behind. So he's a good horse at the top of his game, and he is expected to show up in the Grade 2 Eddie Reed at Del Mar on July 22nd. Once upon a time, a 2 other than into a graded turf stake would be a toss, but the turf division in California is quite soft right now. And Kenji Storm will be a contender early at Del Mar. Okay, on to the Baffert trainees. American Anthem had some questions to answer. He misfired at Oaklawn Park. He misfired in the Santa Anita Derby. Baffert shortened him up to 7 furlongs for the Laz Barrera Stakes. And with a 3-wide trip, American Anthem took care of business. He actually earned a really good number in this race, a 97 Beyer speed figure, his second win from 5 starts. He's back in form now. Not sure yet which direction Baffert will go. He could stretch him out to 2 turns for the Affirm Stakes on June 24th against Battle of Midway, or keep him around 1 turn. There's some pretty big races for 3-year-old sprinters back on the East Coast. But American Anthem back in top form for Baffert with that 97 Beyer speed figure. And a filly who moved up in class was Fabian from a maiden win into the Angels Flight Stakes. She cruised to the lead 3 wide at the top of the lane while her stablemate, Noted and Quoted, kind of got buried in traffic. Noted and Quoted, who's a lot smaller than Fabian, as you can see on the video, she made it close at the wire, but Fabian was the winner of the Angels Flight. She earned an 89 Beyer speed figure. The 3-year-old fillies in California, the second-tier 3-year-old fillies in California, they're a little bit suspect as we wait for the likes of Unique Bella and Paradise Woods to return. And speaking of 3-year-old fillies, a good 2-year-old filly from last year, Champagne Room, the champion filly, Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies winner. She will return to trainer Pete Yurton's barn in early June, and we'll probably see her make her comeback sometime during the Del Mar meet. That's a look at what happened last week at Santa Anita. It was Miller, Baltus, and Baffert. It was arms runner Kenji Storm, American Anthem, and Fabian. That's a look back. Hope you stay around. Take a look forward in the preview section coming up next.